Hey guys, we're back again with another Four Nights of the Apocalypse chapter, chapter 181, Night of Despair. The truth is going to be revealed, so let's get right into it. We start off with Tristan saying, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞, who am I anyway? But 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 is trying to gaslight him, saying, who are you? Where did that come from? You're Traitors, of course, you know that. But he tells her, yes, I whispered Traitors as you were taking care of me. That and 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, which I presumed you meant. I also have a vague recollection that I was on some great mission, but that alone encompasses all my memories. I don't even know why I had the power of healing light in painful darkness. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 asked, but why do you want to know all that now? You're just yourself. Tristan goes on to explain, but Xion, the man I fought today, he knew. He knew about this detestable force I have, the one I use to try and protect others, even if it makes me lose it all. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, you know what? I'm calling her 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, okay? Because this is not 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, okay? 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 is worried. Tristan is saying, and the people who helped you out seem to know me too. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 tries to calm him down, saying, calm down, Traitors. You should just get some rest. Tristan keeps going on, saying, the Prince of Leonis, the 7 deadly sins. These phrases keep ringing into my mind for some reason. It's telling me that maybe my name isn't Traitors, but 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 just says Traitors. None of that matters at this point. Calm down and look into my eyes. Tristan starts to hush down, apologizing, saying he got too excited, that maybe he could remember a little. And then we get to see this. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫's eyes start to flash off magic as she says off a phrase, and Tristan is assumedly being brainwashed. He calms down, saying, yeah, maybe it doesn't matter at all. As long as I have you and we remain together, that's it. Yep, the whole reason why Tristan probably doesn't remember anything is because 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 is brainwashing him. I knew there was something going on with those freaking eyes. She is abusing Tristan and his kindness. You monster. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 is exhausted, saying, let's just get out of Underworld. And Tristan agrees, saying, I've got to win my next contest, no matter what. Which reminds 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, oh right, I have something to give you. Does she give him? Well, she gives him a new suit of armor. She explains that it was her father's when he was young. It might be a bit big for him, but his outfit isn't exactly in the best fighting shape. Tristan wonders, your papa? Huh, I wonder what he was like. Which makes 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫, laugh because that's just cute. But she explains that he was a proud man, harsh on himself, but always nice to her. Tristan asks he was, but is it okay for him to use the armor? 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 explains that it's fine. He's no longer with us. Okay, so there's a new theory coming out about 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 and her identity. And the identity is, well, look at this picture of her and her father. Look at the sword. Look closely at the handle. Doesn't it look familiar? Yep, the new theory is that 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 is secretly the daughter of Bellatrip, the Green Knight. And honestly, this kind of makes sense. If you look at the 4 evils and what they had to go through in order to become, supercharged by the power of chaos, they had to forget someone important in their lives. Ironside forgot Diodora, who is now in Underworld. Bellatrip had to forget his wife. Bellatrip probably had to forget about 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫 or whatever her name is. And honestly, this would actually be a nice tie-in to the story. We don't know anything about this girl. Why is she even here? What's her importance to the story? So making her another child of the 4 evils who got forgotten, discarded because of Arthur and him needing strong elites makes sense. Elsewhere in the cauldron, the Percival platoon are walking together, with Anne saying, Percival, please don't hold a grudge against him today. Percival asks, what, you mean Diodora? Why not, after all the terrible things he did to you? But Anne explains, look, I saw how angry you got for my sake. It made me really glad even. But me too, I threw all my emotions at him without even understanding his situation. I don't think Ironside's been telling his son about his misdeeds. In fact, he seems to be a good parent to 𝐷eodora. We cut to 𝐷eodora with Anne still saying, but something happened to Ironside, and I think he blames you, Percival, and the rest of the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. He was fighting so hard, oblivious to everything, and honestly, I can't help but feel a little bad for him. 𝐷eodora is with... Oh man, this is so good to see. Turret is recovering after Gawain punched him right in the face, and rightfully so. He is nursing his wounds with 𝐷eodora asking him if he's okay, and sorry he had to lose his match. But he promises that he'll fight just as hard for the both of them tomorrow, so he can chin up, okay? And tries to make him better by getting food. Ross says that he'll go along, but Turret wants him to stay, with Ross asking why, and why are you being so testy? Turret slams his hand into the ground, saying, why? Why did we get so disgraced? Ross says, well, because you doubted Camelot. You resented it, even for just a moment. You were thinking, why has Sir Ironside gone mad over these trifling Knights of Prophecy? Why won't His Majesty fix him up? Turret berates him, saying, I know, I can't believe how stupid I was thinking that. Even though, if you think about it, the only thing Sir Ironside's forgotten is about his own idiot son. Ross goes on to the defensive, saying, Turret, that's too far. You're acting like, so what if I am? I wish it was only that worthless fool who fell into Anafwin. Ross grabs his vest, saying, aren't you the one who's letting himself go crazy? It's our job to support Sir 𝐷eodora. We have to, if he's ever gonna get his father's memories back. But Turret tells him, think about it, Ross. Who picked us up as holy war orphans and taught us how to fight, huh? We see a couple of flashbacks with Turret saying Sir Ironside was like a father. No, a god even to us. That's why I've been serving him all these years. I never sought anything in return either. Ross still grips his shirt while Turret is saying, but 𝐷eodora, that idiot waste of space. Just because he's Ironside's actual son, he's constantly received all of his unconditional love. And I know you thought it too. Turret glares uglily, but still glares, saying, you thought that we deserve to be his sons far more than that failure. So who does Ironside really need? What's our true mission here? It's not to clean up the messes that Claude makes. And this finally gets Ross to let go and ask, what do you want me to do? We cut back to the other part of the cauldron with 𝐷eodora getting some food from the empties. 𝐷eodora sees Ross and they go together. 𝐷eodora says, I'm sure Turret hates my guts right now, huh? Well, what made you think so? Oh, I know. He's been irritated for me for a long time. I can't do anything about that with you two. Even today, I would have lost even if you weren't there for me. Ross says, well, we're just doing our job. Well, there's no need to act so distant. You're kind of like a brother to me, Ross. A big brother, I guess, since you're older. 𝐷eodora continues praising him. You've always been there for me. I've never felt lonely, friends or not. With my uncle dead, my father forgetting about me, you're the only one who understands me now. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. Ross says, Sir 𝐷eodora, with him asking what's going around. There's no one around here. He drops the food, says, I'm sorry, and grabs 𝐷eodora's neck. Ironside's son is forced to the ground with his own friends strangling him near death. He cries over him, saying, I'm so sorry. Turret said you'd keep your guard down around me, and promises that there'll be good sons in his place. Jesus Christ, the amount of betrayals in this arc. First, it was 𝐬𝐨𝐫𝐞 telling 𝐸𝐿 to kill Tristan, and now this. You just can't have good friends in this series. 𝐷eodora's thoughts are getting to him. The uncle I loved was murdered. My kindly father has forgotten me. The one friend I had wasn't my friend at all. 𝐷eodora's trying to escape, but he's losing consciousness and his hands fall to the ground. And that was chapter 181. Oh boy, we got a lot of revelations in this one. For one, Terrence and Ross are essentially just older siblings who just want their daddy's attention because he's focused too much on the younger sibling. And boy, is it shown in clear headlights. Theodora is no doubt going to be saved because Percival's there, and of course there's this whole build-up to them, so he's probably gonna, make it through this.
Were you killed?
Sadly, yes. But I lived.
And then we have more information about Isolde. She has a magic that's keeping Tristan under wraps just so they can escape Anifwin. And if the theory is right, she's possibly the daughter of Bellatrip, the Green Knight. If the sword hint is anything to go by, Isolde could possibly meet her dad again, and I wonder if he's going to even remember anything. Like, Tristan is possibly wearing his old armor. What if he recognizes it and asks where he got it from, and he says he got it from Isolde? And you gotta feel bad for the kids of the Four Evils. Their parents were forced to forget them in order to get a power-up just to protect Camelot. And possibly at the time, they thought to themselves, I'm doing this for my kid, and now they have no idea that they even have a kid. But what's Isolde going to do if she gets out of this? What exactly is her plan? We'll have to find out soon, but what do you think is going to happen in the next chapter? Let me know in the comments. If you love 7 Deadly Sins and 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, subscribe to the channel. We'll have more content out as soon as we can. And do not worry, this channel will have more than 7 Deadly Sins material, so stay tuned for more. This has been Dante from the anime Underworld. I'll see you mortals later.